All right, folks, I am at the movie theater and I am getting ready to go see the Blue Beetle movie. Now, I don't have the highest of expectations for this movie, but we'll see how it goes. I look forward to seeing it. Love the actor that plays Jaime Reyes from Cobra Kai. We'll see. I'm hoping it's good. But I want to stop babbling because I need to go in and go see the movie, and I'm hoping it's good. We'll see how it goes. Stay tuned for my reaction video, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome to T's Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus, folks, and I just got finished watching the Blue Beetle film. Wanted to give you my out of the theater reaction to what turns out to be a wonderful surprise. I did not expect that I would love this film as much as I did, but I do, folks. I went in with the lowest of low expectations. I didn't know what to expect from this film. It was just, this is a wonderful surprise. I was hoping that this film would be good. I mentioned even before the movie, I've talked about it. I even made a video that I didn't even post on my channel, but I talked about how I just didn't think we needed this film. I didn't know why we were getting this film as opposed to getting a Ted Court film first and everything. So I had my reservations about this film, folks. But after seeing this, I am just blown away. It's so funny how a film that you just never thought would be much of anything, it turns out to be like one of your most favorite DC movies, period. Or one of my most favorite movies, period, of all time. I mean, this was just a fun film. Nothing too integral, nothing too difficult to try to understand. It was just a nice story. The director did an excellent job in paying homage to the Latina culture. I like that. I appreciate that. I'm not Latina. I'm African American, but I can relate to a lot of the beats and everything that he was pushing in that film. I come from a neighborhood that is being renovated and everything, and there are a lot of things that's going on to where, the old neighborhood, a lot of those older elements that you grew up in is being pushed out. Oh, there's some sirens in the background, so I apologize for that. But I can relate to a lot of those things that he had in the movie, trying to make it, looking to make it, whether after you finish school or just in life, the challenges of doing that, wanting to be there and do for your family. The biggest thing that I took away from this film, yes, the effects were phenomenal. The Blue Beetle suit was fantastic. The cast was great, and I'll talk about that soon. But the biggest thing that I took away from this film was the power of family. I'm very close to my family, and just like Jaime Reyes, and just like he said in this film, his family is his strength, and my family is my strength as well. I'm very close, so that's the thing that hit home to me. There are a lot of moments in this film that will hit you to your heart. You might need to you might need to bring some Kleenex because there's some parts in this film that really will hit home for you. It's an emotional, heartfelt, fun, family-oriented film. It's a really cool film that you could take your family to, and I like that. I like that element. Shola Dorena, I hope I'm saying this name right, from Cobra Kai. I loved him in Cobra Kai, and he shines in this film as Jaime Reyes, aka Blue Beetle. He is the heart of this film. His personality and his charisma and everything about him just shines in this film. His family are really the backbone of this film as well. They shined as well. His father, his mom, his nana. His nana was the surprise character of the film for me, folks. This is a non-spoiler review. I won't go into a lot of spoilers, but his nana was a huge surprise. His sister was great. George Lopez's character was a huge surprise to me in terms of what role he played and the things that he was able to do in this film. Was a wonderful surprise. But his family, the family dynamic, is the thing that's the draw for me. I love the family dynamic, and I love the fact that there's a mystery involving Ted Cord that looms over the film, and I like how they play into that throughout. So that's something that I really like as well. Because y'all know, if y'all been following this channel, I'm a huge Blue Beetle Ted Cord fan, and I will say this again. This is a non-spoiler review, But we need, after this film, a Ted Kord Blue Beetle. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. We need to leave Jaime Reyes alone. We done told his story. We need a Blue Beetle Ted Kord film now. I really hope people give this movie a chance. Again, the family dynamic, that was the strong part of this film. I love that. Everybody did an excellent job, and I'm happy for everybody in this film that was a part of this project. Yeah, another thing I want to add is that there was an 80s vibe to the film as well that was really surprising to me. And y'all know I love the 80s, so it had a bit of that 80s touch to it as well. So I like that. And again, I just can't say enough about the family, the father, the mother, and the nana. The messages that they sought to teach Jaime in the film was very powerful. I love that. And the score for the film, I like the score, man. It was really cool. I like the theme song for the Blue Beetle. So all of those elements really came together to really make an excellent, fun, and heartwarming film. And I really like this, folks. I can't say enough about this Blue Beetle film. I'm just pleasantly surprised by everything that this film brought to the table. And again, man, I don't go a week without, or a day really, without talking with my family. Very close with my family, so I can relate to Jaime on that. The power of family, man, and that's the moral for me of this whole entire film. And even though it kneels more into the Latina community, which is a great thing, I'm glad that the Latina culture is being represented in this film. But it's for everybody. It's for families and friends and people to go out and just have a good time. And that's what this film is. So if you have not gone to see this film, or you're on the fence, I recommend that you go out and see Blue Beetle. I'm a believer. I went in not the biggest Jaime Reyes fan, but now I'm a fan of his. I will say that I like him now. I like him a little bit better than I did coming in. I even bought the Blue Beetle figure, folks. I stopped by GameStop before going to the movies, and I picked up the McFarlane Toys Blue Beetle figure, so stay tuned for that review. But I'm a believer now. I like Jaime Reyes. I never disliked him. I just wasn't the biggest fan, but I like him now more so than I did going in. Oh, one other thing. The Blue Beetle mobile was phenomenal. It was so good, folks. I mean, that was so much fun to see. Oh man, the Blue Beetle mobile, it stole the show as well. So, I mean, you get that sense of Ted Kord really being that gadget guy. You see it in this film, and that's the thing I really like. You get to see how intelligent and how crafty he is in terms of creating the tech that he has. Because Kord is pretty cool, folks. And I will say one more thing. I like the little nod to, how I want to say this. You got to look, when they show the cityscape, you'll see Kord Industries, but there's another thing that shows out as well that you might want to check out, which is a pretty cool nod. But overall, really fun film. I had a blast. This is hands down really my most favorite DC film since the Dark Knight trilogy. I had a lot of fun watching Aquaman, and the Batman was pretty good. I like that. But this here takes the cake. This one here is my jam. It hits me to my heart. It hits all the beats for me. I'm hoping that we get a Ted Kord Blue Beetle now. But again, I'm hoping more people go out and see this film. I know right now, DC is just in a state of it's just like there's just so much confusion. There's so many things that people are just unsure about in terms of where the DC universe is going and what's going to happen with it. So I feel like a lot of people are not going to see this film, and that's a shame because this is really a good movie, folks. It's fun. It is. I didn't walk out of the movie theater feeling like I didn't know what to make of the film, or I feel like I was my time was cheated. I wasted my time, or I just felt like divided on how I saw the film. That's how I felt after walking out of The Flash. I just didn't know what to make of the film. I love Michael Keaton, but the other parts of the film, I just felt like it was a mess, and it was just so many things that I just couldn't make sense out of that was going on in that film. But with this one here, I walked out happy. I walked out full of joy. I walked out liking the Jaime Reyes version of Blue Beetle even more so, and I just felt proud of the direction of that film and how they focus on family and the morals and the lessons that they were teaching in that film. I appreciate that, and I appreciate how they showed, really how things go in the world with neighborhoods that you grew up in, and how corporations and companies and reconstructions, and when change comes, people can get pushed out. And I like that. I like the real life beats that are in the film, that really show true to what happens in neighborhoods, what happens in life. So really fun film, folks. I love this Blue Beetle movie. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing it again. It's hands down one of my most favorite, if not my most favorite of the year. So that's all I have for this episode, folks. I just want to share my thoughts on this Blue Beetle film. Hopefully we'll get a sequel. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this Blue Beetle movie, folks? Have you seen it? Are you on the fence about it? Or do you just not even care? Do you think it's just not worth seeing? Let me know in the comments. Also, folks, be sure to ring that bell for all notifications so you get each and every one of my content pieces as it drops. And don't forget to what? Yup. Like, share, and subscribe. Like that video, folks. Subscribe to the channel. If you did those things, I truly appreciate it. And, folks, until next time, be good to one another. Be safe. Stay tuned. And go see Blue Beetle. All right, go see Blue Beetle. And until next time, bye for now.